Imagine waking up every day thinking you're perfectly healthy, but deep inside your body, silent deficiencies are slowly draining your energy, weakening your immune system, fogging your mind, and stealing your vitality bit by bit without you even noticing. What if I told you that your body has been trying to warn you all this time, but the signs are so subtle, so quiet, that most people completely miss them? Today, we're uncovering the 10 hidden signs your body gives when it's deficient in essential nutrients, signals that often get ignored, misdiagnosed, or brushed off as normal. But once you understand them, you'll be able to catch nutrient deficiencies early, fix them naturally, and completely transform how you feel on a daily basis. So if you've been feeling off lately and you can't quite explain why, stay with me, because by the end of this video, you're going to understand your body in a way most people never do. Now, when your body is running low on key vitamins and minerals, it rarely shouts, it whispers. And the first whisper that often gets overlooked is something almost everyone experiences: unexplained fatigue. Not the tiredness that comes after a long day or a poor night's sleep. I'm talking about that deep, lingering exhaustion that clings to you no matter how much you rest. This kind of fatigue often comes from low iron, vitamin D, magnesium, or B vitamins. These nutrients are responsible for oxygen flow, energy production, and muscle function. When they're low, your body literally can't produce enough energy at the cellular level. You could sleep for 10 hours and still wake up tired. And the truth is, millions of people walk around with this problem without realizing their exhaustion isn't mental, it's nutritional. You might even think you're just stressed, overworked, or getting older, when in reality, your body is simply starving for the nutrients it needs to function at full power. When your body begins to run low on essential nutrients, it rarely gives you loud, dramatic warnings. Instead, the first signs are quiet, subtle, and easy to confuse with everyday tiredness or stress. That's why unexplained fatigue is one of the most overlooked indicators of nutrient deficiency. This isn't the typical tiredness that comes after staying up late, working long hours, or being physically active. This is a deeper, heavier, more persistent kind of exhaustion that doesn't improve no matter how much sleep you get. You could rest for 8 hours, 10 hours, or even take midday naps and still feel like your energy tank is running on fumes. This type of fatigue often traces back to deficiencies in iron, vitamin D, magnesium, and B vitamins, and the fascinating thing is how these nutrients directly influence the way every cell in your body produces energy. Iron is essential because it carries oxygen through your bloodstream to your muscles, organs, and especially your brain. When your iron levels drop, oxygen delivery slows down, leaving you feeling sluggish, weak, and mentally foggy. Even simple tasks can feel overwhelming because your body isn't getting the oxygen it needs to perform at its normal pace. Many people assume they're just stressed or aging, but in reality, iron deficiency is one of the most common nutritional gaps worldwide. What makes it tricky is that the symptoms blend into daily life so naturally that people often live with it for years without realizing anything is wrong. Then there's vitamin D, often called the sunshine vitamin, which plays a major role in energy, mood, and immune function. Low vitamin D levels can leave you feeling drained and unmotivated, even if you sleep well and eat regularly. Modern lifestyles make this deficiency extremely common. People spend most of their time indoors, use sunscreen constantly, or live in areas with limited sunlight, and all of this limits the body's ability to produce vitamin D naturally. What many people don't realize is that low vitamin D affects hormone balance, bone health, and even your body's ability to absorb other nutrients efficiently. When vitamin D is low, your entire system feels off, and the exhaustion hits in a way that's both physical and emotional. Magnesium is another powerhouse nutrient that most people don't get enough of, even if they eat relatively well. This mineral is involved in more than 300 biochemical reactions in the body. It helps with muscle function, nerve activity, energy production, blood sugar regulation, and stress response. When magnesium levels drop, the first sign is often persistent fatigue that feels like a constant heaviness, both physically and mentally. Stress alone can drain magnesium rapidly, which means people who are constantly busy, anxious, or overloaded are more likely to become deficient without even realizing it. Low magnesium can also affect sleep quality, meaning you may be sleeping but not resting deeply, which only adds to the sense of exhaustion. B vitamins, especially B12 and B6, are essential for converting the food you eat into energy your cells can use. When these vitamins are low, your body struggles to break down carbohydrates, fats, and proteins properly, which means your energy supply becomes inconsistent and weak. B12 deficiency, in particular, can trigger extreme fatigue, dizziness, mood changes, and memory problems. Many people who experience B12 deficiency describe it as a feeling of being drained from the inside out, like their body is running slower than it should. And because B12 is mainly found in animal-based foods, people who eat very little meat, follow plant-based diets, or have digestive issues are especially at risk. What's most important to understand is that nutrient deficiencies don't happen overnight. They build slowly, quietly, and sometimes over the course of months or years. The fatigue begins subtly. Maybe you start relying more on caffeine just to feel normal. Maybe you feel tired earlier in the day than you used to. Maybe your workouts feel heavier or your mornings feel harder. At first, you ignore it. You blame it on stress, busy schedules, or lack of sleep. But slowly, the fatigue becomes part of your daily life, until one day it feels normal to feel drained. The truth is, it's not normal. Your body is designed to have energy, clarity, and strength, and when those things fade, it's almost always because something essential is missing internally. The real problem is that most people never connect these signs to nutrient deficiencies. They treat the symptoms instead of the cause. They rest more without feeling better. They push harder, drink more coffee, or try to force their way through the tiredness. But your body doesn't need force, it needs fuel. And until you restore those missing nutrients, the fatigue lingers silently, affecting everything from your mood to your concentration, your metabolism, your immune system, and your overall sense of well-being. Physical signs are often the clearest indicators that your body is lacking essential nutrients, yet they are the ones most people overlook or dismiss as minor inconveniences. Hair, nails, lips, and skin are constantly regenerating tissues, and when your body is deficient in nutrients, it prioritizes vital organs over these peripheral parts, which is why the first visible signs often appear there. One of the most noticeable areas affected by nutrient deficiencies is your hair. Hair thinning, dullness, slow growth, and breakage are not just cosmetic issues, they are direct reflections of what's happening inside your body. Nutrients such as zinc, iron, biotin, protein, and omega-3 fatty acids are crucial for maintaining healthy hair follicles. Without them, your hair can become brittle, lose its natural shine, or even fall out. Many people attribute hair problems to stress, aging, or genetics, but the truth is that hair health is deeply connected to the availability of key nutrients in your body. When these nutrients are low, your body reallocates energy and resources away from hair growth to support more vital functions, which is why hair suffers first. Your nails are another area that can reveal hidden deficiencies. Brittle, thin, slow-growing nails, splitting, ridges, or even discoloration can all indicate a lack of essential vitamins and minerals such as iron, zinc, calcium, or protein. The appearance of horizontal ridges on nails, also known as Bou's lines, can signal long-term deficiencies or periods when the body experiences stress or illness. Pale nails can often indicate low iron, while soft or peeling nails may point to inadequate protein intake or calcium deficiency. Like hair, nails are made primarily of keratin, a protein that relies on a steady supply of nutrients to remain strong and healthy. When your body is deficient, nail growth slows. Nails become fragile, and they lose their natural resilience. These changes happen gradually, which makes them easy to ignore until they become severe. Many people treat nail problems with external solutions like creams or nail hardeners, but the real fix lies in replenishing the nutrients your body is missing. Cracks in the corners of the mouth are another subtle but telling sign of nutrient deficiency. While people often assume these cracks are caused by dry weather, lip licking, or minor irritation, recurring sores often signal deficiencies in iron, zinc, or B vitamins, particularly B2, B6, and B12. These nutrients are essential for maintaining healthy skin and mucous membranes, and without them, your body struggles to repair even minor tissue damage. Cracks at the mouth corners can be painful, interfere with eating or talking, and tend to reappear if the deficiency persists. These small but persistent issues are the body's way of signaling that something critical is missing. Addressing the underlying nutrient gap often resolves the problem, and once replenished, these cracks usually disappear and don't come back. Skin is another area that visibly reacts to nutrient deficiencies. Dry, rough, or bumpy skin, delayed wound healing, bruising easily, or a generally dull complexion are all signs that your skin is not getting the nutrients it needs to function properly. Vitamins A and C, zinc, protein, and omega-3 fatty acids are crucial for skin health. Vitamin A helps maintain the integrity of skin cells and supports repair, while vitamin C plays a vital role in collagen production, which gives skin strength and elasticity. Zinc supports tissue repair and regeneration, and omega-3 fatty acids maintain moisture and reduce inflammation. When any of these nutrients are lacking, skin becomes more vulnerable to damage, heals more slowly, and loses its natural glow. People often invest in skincare products, believing that topical treatments will solve the problem, but the root cause is almost always internal. Replenishing these nutrients leads to noticeable improvements in skin texture, hydration, and overall appearance. Even seemingly small changes in appearance, such as hair shedding during a shower, increased nail breakage, pale lips, or persistent dryness, are not random. They are silent signals from your body indicating that it's not getting enough of what it needs to thrive. Because these changes happen gradually, many people adapt to them and accept them as normal, but in reality, they are early warnings of nutrient deficiencies that, if addressed, can prevent more serious health issues. The body uses subtle visual cues as a communication tool, and learning to pay attention to these cues allows you to intervene early. By nourishing your body with the right balance of vitamins, minerals, and macronutrients, you support not only the organs that are immediately vital to survival, but also the hair, nails, and skin that serve as outward reflections of your internal health. This holistic approach ensures that your appearance and vitality improve together, creating a natural, lasting transformation that begins from the inside out, and it reinforces the idea that beauty and health are deeply intertwined with proper nutrition and attentive self-care. Cravings are often dismissed as mere indulgences, moments of weakness, or a lack of self-control, but the reality is far more fascinating. Your body is incredibly intelligent and communicates with you constantly, often through cravings, to signal that something essential is missing. These cravings are not random or meaningless. They are the body's way of directing you toward specific nutrients that it desperately needs. When you feel an intense urge for chocolate, salty snacks, ice, or even sugary foods, your body is essentially speaking a language of deficiency, and learning to interpret it can completely change the way you approach nutrition and wellness. Take chocolate cravings, for example. Many people think chocolate is just a comfort food, a treat, or a source of sugar, but craving it strongly can often indicate a magnesium deficiency. Magnesium is a vital mineral involved in over 300 biochemical reactions in the body, including energy production, nerve function, and muscle relaxation. When magnesium levels are low, your body may crave chocolate as a natural source of this mineral. Because cocoa is one of the richest sources of magnesium available, in the average diet. Ignoring these cravings or labeling them as bad can mean missing out on a clear signal that your body needs replenishment. Similarly, craving ice, which may seem strange or even annoying, is often linked to iron deficiency. This condition, known as pica, is surprisingly common and usually overlooked because people associate ice chewing with a habit rather than a nutrient need. Iron is critical for carrying oxygen throughout the body, producing energy, and maintaining proper cognitive function. When iron levels are low, the body develops cravings for ice or even other non-food substances as a compensatory behavior. Recognizing this craving as a potential deficiency signal can lead to simple, targeted solutions, such as increasing iron, rich foods, or taking appropriate supplements, which not only satisfies the craving, but also addresses the root cause of fatigue, weakness, and poor concentration that often accompany low iron levels. Cravings for salty foods are another important signal that many people misinterpret. While salt is often demonized in modern diets, craving it can indicate a need for minerals or electrolytes such as sodium, potassium, and magnesium. These electrolytes are crucial for maintaining fluid balance, nerve impulses, and muscle function. If your body is experiencing an electrolyte imbalance due to dehydration, excessive sweating, or poor diet, it may trigger intense salt cravings as a way to restore balance. Responding to these cravings intelligently by choosing nutrient-rich sources of electrolytes rather than processed junk foods can help your body regain equilibrium without introducing unnecessary sugars, fats, or additives. Understanding the purpose behind the craving transforms it from a guilty indulgence into a clear signal of what your body truly needs. Sugar cravings are another form of communication from your body, often tied to blood sugar regulation, chromium deficiency, or magnesium deficiency. When blood sugar levels fluctuate dramatically, your body signals an urgent need for quick energy, which we interpret as craving sweets. However, these cravings are rarely about indulgence. They are about restoring balance and providing the fuel your cells need to function optimally. By paying attention to these cravings, you can make smarter choices that satisfy your body's needs without spiking blood sugar levels, such as opting for natural sweeteners, fruit, or nutrient-dense snacks that deliver vitamins, minerals, and fiber alongside the quick energy. One of the most important aspects of cravings is that they are specific and meaningful, rather than vague or random. Over time, your body develops a precise way of signaling what it needs, and learning to listen closely can prevent deficiencies before they become serious. Many people ignore these signals for years, relying on willpower, dieting trends, or external rules to control cravings. But this approach often backfires, creating frustration, guilt, and cycles of overeating. Instead, understanding that cravings are communication allows you to respond intelligently, using food as a tool for nourishment rather than punishment. By paying attention to the type of craving, its intensity, and timing, you can often pinpoint which nutrient your body is asking for and correct the deficiency naturally without stress or restriction. Cravings are also intertwined with your overall well-being, affecting energy levels, mood, and cognitive function. Ignoring the signals or misinterpreting them can lead to prolonged fatigue, irritability, and poor mental clarity. Conversely, responding to cravings in a targeted and informed way restores balance, energizes the body, and improves mood. Over time, as your nutrient levels stabilize, cravings naturally diminish, showing that the body no longer needs to signal for what it was lacking. This process transforms your relationship with food, helping you understand that every urge or desire is a clue rather than a flaw, and it empowers you to take proactive steps toward long-term health and vitality. The next time you feel a sudden, intense craving, instead of pushing it away or giving in blindly, take a moment to consider what your body is really asking for and use it as an opportunity to nourish yourself at a deeper, more fundamental level. Nerve and muscle sensations are some of the most overlooked yet powerful indicators that your body may be lacking essential nutrients, and many people dismiss them as minor annoyances or temporary issues. Tingling, numbness, muscle cramps, twitches, or spasms often seem random, but they are actually direct messages from your nervous system and muscles signaling that key nutrients are missing. Persistent tingling or numbness in the hands and feet, for example, is frequently linked to deficiencies in B12, folate, or magnesium, nutrients that are crucial for proper nerve function. Vitamin B12 is essential for the formation of myelin, the protective sheath that surrounds nerves. Without enough B12, nerves can become damaged or function improperly, which leads to sensations like pins and needles, burning, or numbness. This is not just an uncomfortable feeling, it's your nervous system alerting you that it cannot perform optimally. Many people ignore these early warning signs, attributing them to sitting in one position for too long or poor circulation, when in fact they are symptomatic of a deeper nutritional imbalance. Folate, another B vitamin, works closely with B12 to support nerve health and red blood cell formation. A deficiency in folate can produce similar tingling sensations and numbness, often accompanied by fatigue and difficulty concentrating. Because these symptoms develop gradually, they are easy to overlook, and many people don't recognize that the tingling and numbness are connected to diet and nutrient intake rather than an injury or temporary strain. Magnesium, on the other hand, is vital for muscle relaxation, nerve signaling, and electrolyte balance. Low magnesium levels can trigger muscle spasms, twitches, and cramps, which may occur in the legs, arms, or even in the eyelids. These spasms are often mistaken for overexertion or stress-related tension, but they frequently point to an underlying deficiency. Magnesium is involved in regulating the electrical impulses between nerves and muscles, and without adequate levels, those impulses become erratic, causing involuntary contractions or sensations of tightness. Muscle cramps are another common and telling sign of nutrient deficiency. Nighttime leg cramps, sharp spasms after exercise, or general muscle stiffness often indicate an imbalance in magnesium, potassium, calcium, or sodium. These minerals work together to maintain proper muscle contraction and relaxation. When one or more are deficient, muscles can contract involuntarily, creating pain and discomfort that seems to come out of nowhere. Many people experience these cramps and dismiss them as a part of aging, dehydration, or intense physical activity, not realizing that correcting the deficiency can prevent these painful episodes almost entirely. The body uses these signals as a warning system, giving you time to intervene before deficiencies worsen and affect other systems, including your cardiovascular health and nervous system function. Even subtle symptoms like twitching eyelids, tingling fingers, or restless legs should not be ignored. These minor manifestations often precede more serious issues and serve as early indicators that your body is lacking nutrients essential for nerve and muscle function. Electrolyte imbalances are particularly common in people who sweat excessively, follow restrictive diets, or experience chronic stress, which depletes magnesium and potassium rapidly. Low sodium, although less common, can also contribute to muscle spasms and weakness, especially in individuals who are highly active or consume very low salt diets. Recognizing these early signs allows you to take proactive steps through dietary adjustments or supplementation to restore balance before long-term damage occurs. Another important aspect is the connection between nutrient deficiencies and chronic nerve discomfort. When deficiencies like B12 persist for extended periods, nerve damage can become more severe and potentially irreversible, leading to persistent tingling, numbness, or even pain. Addressing these deficiencies early not only alleviates discomfort, but also protects your nervous system from long-term harm. Similarly, maintaining proper levels of magnesium, calcium, and potassium ensures your muscles function smoothly and prevents chronic spasms or cramps that can interfere with daily life. The key takeaway is that these sensations are not random or trivial, they are purposeful signals from your body. Nerve tingling, numbness, muscle cramps, and twitches are all attempts by your body to communicate nutrient deficiencies. Ignoring them can lead to worsening symptoms, decreased mobility, and long-term complications, while paying attention and addressing them through targeted nutrition restores proper function and comfort. By listening carefully to these signals, you gain insight into what your body needs, allowing you to correct imbalances and optimize both nerve and muscle health. Regularly observing these subtle signs and responding appropriately can prevent more serious health problems, improve overall physical performance, and enhance your quality of life. Understanding the connection between these physical sensations and nutrient intake empowers you to act proactively, strengthening your body from the inside out and ensuring that your muscles and nerves operate efficiently, smoothly, and without pain or discomfort. Mood changes, irritability, anxiety, and unexplained emotional shifts are often dismissed as just part of life, stress, or personality traits. But in many cases, they are powerful indicators that your body is lacking essential nutrients. Nutrients like vitamin D, omega-3 fatty acids, magnesium, and B vitamins play a critical role in the production and regulation of neurotransmitters, chemicals in the brain responsible for mood, focus, and emotional stability. When these nutrients are insufficient, the brain struggles to maintain proper chemical balance, leading to fluctuations in mood, heightened irritability, anxiety, and even periods of low motivation or sadness. These emotional changes are not imaginary or insignificant. They are your body's way of signaling that it is not receiving the building blocks necessary for optimal mental and emotional functioning, and paying attention to them can be the key to reclaiming balance and stability. Vitamin D, often called the sunshine vitamin, has a profound impact on mood and mental health. Low vitamin D levels are linked to increased risk of depression, chronic fatigue, and irritability. Modern lifestyles, which involve long hours indoors, use of sunscreen, and limited exposure to sunlight, make this deficiency extremely common. When vitamin D is insufficient, the brain's ability to regulate mood and produce serotonin, the neurotransmitter that contributes to feelings of happiness, is compromised. This can leave people feeling persistently low, anxious, or unable to handle stress as effectively as they could when their vitamin D levels are adequate. Many people never connect their mood swings to a vitamin deficiency, attributing them to stress, overwork, or the challenges of daily life, when in reality, the solution may be as simple as correcting a long-standing nutrient gap. Omega-3 fatty acids are another essential nutrient for emotional well-being. These fats are integral components of brain cell membranes and influence neurotransmitter function and communication between neurons. When omega-3 levels are low, cognitive function, mood regulation, and stress resilience can all be negatively impacted. Deficiencies in omega-3s have been linked to increased anxiety, depression, irritability, and even aggression. Many people who experience emotional instability or difficulty managing stress may not realize that a diet lacking in fatty fish, flax seeds, chia seeds, or other sources of omega-3s can directly affect their mental state. Restoring adequate omega-3 intake can improve mood, enhance focus, and create a sense of calm and balance that has been missing for months or even years. Magnesium is another nutrient that directly influences mood and emotional health. Known as a natural calming mineral, magnesium plays a role in regulating neurotransmitters and reducing stress hormone activity in the brain. Low magnesium levels can result in heightened anxiety, restlessness, irritability, and difficulty relaxing or sleeping. Chronic stress alone can deplete magnesium stores, creating a cycle in which stress increases deficiency and deficiency worsens stress response. This can make small frustrations feel overwhelming and leave people feeling emotionally drained even without a clear cause. By replenishing magnesium through diet or supplementation, the body's stress response improves, mood stabilizes, and overall mental resilience increases. B vitamins, especially B6, B12, and folate, are crucial for producing neurotransmitters such as serotonin, dopamine, and GABA, which regulate mood, energy, and emotional stability. Deficiencies in these vitamins can manifest as anxiety, depression, irritability, brain fog, or difficulty concentrating. B12 deficiency, in particular, can cause significant emotional and cognitive disturbances, sometimes mimicking the symptoms of depression or chronic fatigue syndrome. Folate deficiency can similarly affect mood and cognitive performance, leaving people feeling unusually low, forgetful, or mentally fatigued. Addressing these deficiencies often results in noticeable improvements in emotional balance, mental clarity, and overall cognitive performance, reinforcing the direct connection between nutrition and mental health. Many people do not realize that prolonged nutrient deficiencies can subtly reshape their emotional baseline over time. When the brain lacks essential nutrients, it adapts to a lower level of neurotransmitter function, making chronic irritability, anxiety, and low mood feel normal, even though they are not. This normalization of deficiency symptoms can lead people to accept emotional imbalance as part of life, never realizing that addressing nutrient gaps can restore their natural emotional resilience. By paying attention to mood changes, emotional instability, or sudden shifts in energy or motivation, you can identify early signs that your brain chemistry may be compromised and take proactive steps to restore balance through proper nutrition and lifestyle changes. Recognizing the link between nutrient deficiencies and emotional well-being empowers you to take control of your mental health in a way that goes beyond therapy, stress management, or temporary fixes. Correcting deficiencies in vitamin D, omega-3 fatty acids, magnesium, and B vitamins provides the foundation for stable mood, reduced anxiety, increased energy, and improved cognitive function. It allows the brain to function at its optimal level and gives the body the resources it needs to handle stress effectively, maintain motivation, and feel emotionally grounded. Emotional health is deeply interconnected with physical health, and addressing the nutritional root causes of mood disturbances not only enhances mental clarity and resilience, but also improves overall quality of life, energy levels, and the ability to engage fully with the world around you.